Hello, everyone. Okay, so today you guys are going to be reading The Rabbit and the Frog. You are going to be reading this, and then you are going to be answering this question. Explain how Holly's attitude towards Billy changes throughout the story. So you need to explain how Holly's attitude. So how does she feel towards Billy in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end? So, yeah, you are going to be using races to help you answer this question. I will review races in just a few moments, but I am going to go ahead and read this story. So again, this is The Rabbit and the Frog. Holly sat patiently in the garden eating the human's greens. Holly nibbled on the lush green mint leaves, savoring the sweet, refreshing taste as she occasionally glanced over at Billy. The croaking frog, perched on a nearby lily pad in the garden pond, kept a watch over their surroundings. As Holly enjoyed her leafy feast, Billy began to dine on an assortment of insects. His sticky tongue darted out, capturing flies, mosquitoes, and other small critters that ventured too close. His tongue was a precision instrument, moving with incredible speed and accuracy, making his insect hunting seem effortless. Holly couldn't help but cringe each time Billy devoured a squirming insect. She shook her head, unable to comprehend how he found such things appetizing. On the other hand, Billy would occasionally rib her about her vegetarian diet, finding amusement in her reaction to this meal. "What are you eating?" Billy croaked, his long, sticky tongue moving from side to side. "I think it's what the humans called mint," she said, chewing enthusiastically. "He always yells, 'Stay away from my mint, rabbit,' whenever I eat it." "What does it taste like?" Billy asked, his cheeks puffing with each word. Holly tilted her head sideways, her nose twitching at the plant. "Sweet and yummy," she said, grabbing another stalk between her teeth. "I don't know how you can eat all that green nonsense," Billy croaked, catching a fly on his tongue and slurping it up like a child's candy. "Gross!" Holly cried, wrinkling her little nose. "I don't know how you can eat things that are still moving." "What'd you expect? I'm a carnivore, honey. I eat insects." "My name is Holly, not Honey, and I don't care what you call yourself. It's gross." "Being a vegetarian is better? You young kids nowadays think all about vegetables is fashionable." He laughed. "What about good solid protein?" "I'm an herbivore, thank you," she said hotly. "I eat only vegetation, nothing with arms or legs still moving." "Don't knock it till you try it," Billy laughed. Then his voice took a serious tone. "Holly, these crunchy critters really are delicious. Maybe you're missing out," Billy said, eyeing her mint leaves. Holly, still somewhat skeptical but willing to consider Billy's perspective, nibbled another mint leaf and pondered his words. "I suppose everyone has their own taste," she admitted. Just as they were about to continue their meal, the familiar sound of a human's footsteps reached their ears. Panic surged through Holly's body as the human began to open the garden gates, eyes sweeping the garden. He spotted Holly, but he paid no mind to Billy. With a deep sigh, he muttered, "That pesky rabbit," and started walking towards Holly. She darted as fast as lightning to the forest behind the garden and down into her burrow. Billy croaked and watched the human's face turn red. It looked down at him. "And you, croaking all evening long. Shoo, frog, shoo!" Billy hopped into the pond and swam in the direction he had seen Holly flee. Frustrated, the human retreated back into the house. muttering about noisy frogs. "Hey, kid, you could come out now. The coast is clear. The human is back in its box." Holly peeked her soft black white fur out of the hole and looked around, slowly climbing all the way out. Billy coaxed Holly to return to the garden. "What do you say? You go back for some mint?" Frustrated, the human retreated back into the house, muttering about noisy frogs. "Why are you being so nice?" she asked suspiciously. "You prey animals are so untrusting," he chuckled. "I'm not going to eat you, am I? Have you ever seen me eat anything as big as you?" She crooked her head sideways and thought about it. He'd only ever eaten bugs, and he'd never even chased one. They came to him. Come to think about it, he seemed a bit lazy. Holly slowly crept towards the garden. "Okay," she said, hopping behind him, "but don't forget to signal." Yeah, Billy laughed, amused. "You are one nervous kid." "Three croaks?" "3 croaks?" she asked, about to pull another mint leaf. 3 croaks. He winked at her and waited for his next meal. All right, so it says, read the following story, The Rabbit and the Frog. Based on the story, write a response to the following. Explain how Holly's attitude towards Billy changes throughout the story. So how does Holly feel in the beginning? How does Holly feel in the middle? And how does Holly feel at the end about Billy? So let's go over what races is. Okay, so I'm sorry if you could hear the microwave. I'm making some tea right now, but let's go ahead and go over races. So remember, the R and the A go together. You are going to restate the question. So you're going to turn the question into a statement, and then you are going to give your answer. So restate and answer are one sentence. Go ahead and pause the video and do that and answer the question. How does Holly's attitude towards Billy change throughout the story? So go ahead and you could put, let me find my thing. You could put Holly's attitude towards Billy changes throughout the story by Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, now you are going to cite your text evidence. So you are going to tell me where you found the detail, where you found your answer in the text. So you could say on page it stated that Holly felt this way about Billy. Or you could put it in quotation marks so you can copy from the text. So go ahead. Oh, you are going to need 3 text evidence because you need one for the beginning, you need one for the middle, and you need one for the end. So you're going to need 3 text evidence. 3 text evidence. Go ahead and pause the video so you can do that. And then you are going to do E, explain. Explain how the evidence supports the answer. So explain how your text evidence goes with the story. So if you should have found text evidence from the beginning, middle, and end of how Holly feels about Billy. So you could be like, from the reading, I know that Holly said that she thought that Billy was lazy, so that's why I think that he is lazy. I don't know, something like that. So you need 3 sentences for E, because you have 3 text evidence. You have to explain why the text evidence supports the answer. And then S for summarize. It just says restate question, in your conclusion. I think that Holly feels this way, and this way about Billy because she said this. All right, and then that is pretty much it for reading. Once you are done with this, you may go to science and you will have a science assignment on there. Bye.